concerned.
I get that question all the time.
Well, hello.
How are you?
Tim, my name is Biniam. I'm well, thank you. Are you flying international or domestic?
No, domestic WestJet.
Domestic WestJet, okay. We can get you there. Before we get too far in, Tim, just want you to have a heads up. I do something unusual in my Uber. I like to serenade my riders with opera.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm kidding, I don't do any such thing, so appropriate to your expectations. I do a live stream though, just as a way of sharing great connections I have along the way, so don't share anything too personal on your end here. You know what is interesting about this area here? I love the view you guys have from here.
Yeah, you know, you've lived here, I don't know, 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's no good about it is there's one way in and one way out.
Oh.
Right? It's, you gotta come in this way.
Yeah.
You can't get to it from
Yes. Oh, from that
Stony
is,
coming west.
oh, I see. There's no turnoff that way.
No.
Oh,
Had I known that, I probably wouldn't have bought here.
That is a
But I've got
bother.
over it.
Okay. You just approach from the right way
Yeah,
all the
you
time.
just know where to go. And now that they got that bridge down at the bottom of Hill.
All fixed up, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful now.
That was such a nightmare and headache,
It was.
How many years was it down for? Like 3 years at least, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna say close to that, yeah.
Yeah. Here's how we discovered this place here. I was live streaming one time, and I had a young guy from this neighborhood here. He said he knew that I loved beautiful views of
Right.
like the mountains, the city, that kind of thing. And he said, listen, Vinny, he said in a message, you should come down here and check it out. So I came. I never had hopes that the deep south here would ever have that kind of access.
No, it's quite a view.
So I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Can't see it today.
Not today, no. Today is not the ideal day for
It's
it.
not a...
It ain't happening today.
No, it's not. That's for sure. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I never thought about that. The one entrance in and out.
Yeah, I mean, you can get in the other way, but then you gotta go through 2 school zones. And I don't know, either way, no matter which way you go, I don't understand why the city would do that. Just add that extra caution of, you're going through a school zone,
Right.
there's gonna be kids, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Why push the traffic that way?
right. I wonder why they don't have a ramp to the other side there though, so you can cross over this
I
way.
hope they don't, because screw this road up again. We just got cleaned up.
Leave it be there.
I've learned my way to get in and around.
Yeah.
And if they ever get Deerfoot finished, then it'll be, we won't have, like sometimes I do the Stony coming from the, if I'm up in here or
Yeah.
something, I might do the
Just-
Stony coming that way.
Sure,
but
now.
I gotta go back up Deerfoot to Mackenzie Town, then back then along here. Or you can go all the way back and turn around.
I see. Just calibrating for that extra bit of a loop around, right? Yeah. So if it's not what people think it is, what is it? I'm gonna guess a fishing rod.
Oh no,
That's
it's
a little too nice for a fishing rod.
It's a display.
Oh, like an easel.
Yeah, display. I wish I could come up with a good word,
Yeah.
good description for it. It's for a trade show booth.
Oh yes.
How's that?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But it's the kind of thing that they already look at you from the lineup and say,
it's like,
you have our
you should
attention.
see the look I get when I go through here. It's funny, and it has to go through oversized
Yeah.
for some reason because
Okay.
they say it's an odd shape.
Okay.
Well, so then you got to go through another process of checking it in, and it's funny when I was in the States with it, and they don't even look at you. They're just like, boom, away you go. Goes through with my regular bag, just comes out with the regular bag, it's just oversized.
Wow.
Like nobody even asked.
The irony, eh? That's hilarious.
Or no, but no, they did ask. They said, is there a rifle in there?
Yeah.
Here they go, what's in there?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Americans know.
They know, yeah. And there's more allowance or flexibility in that economy,
Oh,
right?
man. So I just kinda-
I see.
I tried to buy a different bag yesterday,
Yeah?
and I bought it, but it doesn't do what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to open up this way, really shove everything in from the end.
I see.
So I got poles, I got banners, I got magnets, I got all kinds of shit that I could throw in there so my suitcase could be lighter.
Yeah. Additionally, like this thing is very rugged and sturdy, right? So
It is,
can be.
but it isn't really. I have to zip tie it to seal it up.
Oh, I
It'll-
see.
It'll go on
Oh
it.
wow. Okay.
It's pretty cheap. So
Oh,
one I
okay.
bought, I liked.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't realize you feed it in the end. So it was only $30. I'll take it back when I get home.
Okay.
Be done with it.
It reminds me when I was in university, in my one English class, this really big fella, and he looks intimidating. Like he looks like he could be in the Hell's Angels game, right? Big beard, like just intimidating looking guy. He sat beside me for the course, and we were doing our coursework together, group context that way. This one time, he pulls out his phone, to like put someone's number in. And I don't know if you remember those flip phones called the Razors.
Yeah.
Really tiny. They were like slim. And anyway, his was hot pink. And they said, all right, there's a story behind this.
Yeah. I'm sure there
It
is.
tells a story.
Yeah.
And so like he had a home where he facilitated foster kids in transition. And he told us lots of stories about his time as a foster dad, kind of, like solid doors and all the things, like for teenagers, exactly. But he said, this is the way that I know they will not steal my phone. So I was thinking about that story as you were telling me about this case here, and I was like, I wonder what that would look like for you to get something that it screams anything but what people
Exactly.
think.
Flowers all over.
Absolutely.
I don't find that. I should maybe look at that. But it's
Yeah.
kind of one of those things that it's
Sure.
like this, my cell phone case.
Yeah.
I went, I don't want a black one.
Yeah.
I want something different. So there's too much
That-
darkness in the world, sort of thing. Not that I care that much.
I
but
see.
Just to make it a little different.
Colorful.
People kind of look at me and go, oh, okay, whatever, But it just does a different thing.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
I like that. It reminds me of my grade 10 English teacher, Mrs. Rutherford. And she was a really tough teacher, like a hard marker, but we enjoyed her class. And I remember this moment, I've never forgotten it, but she, one time in her class, was complaining, saying, why do y'all just keep wearing black? Like, there's so much color in the world to experience and enjoy, and you just stick with black, she says. And so, you reminded me of her. And she, of course, she wore like these vibrant dresses, and yeah, she really stood out for her colorful personality.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of one of those things. I've always been that way. I've always had bright colored
Yeah.
shirts and
Yeah.
stuff that I wear when I'm home here. I don't care. I just want to be comfortable in the warm.
So, do you have a favorite color that you've identified?
My favorite color is purple.
Purple. Nice. And how long has it been your favorite color for?
It's grade 4.
Impressive.
Always has been. I don't know why. I just
Long-term commitment there.
think it's a nice color.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Mine, for also a lifetime, has been yellow.
Okay.
But not any yellow, though. Like, you see the yellow on these signs right here?
Yeah.
That's a shade that I think is an unfortunate existence for that color.
Right. It's caution.
I like neon yellow.
Okay.
The brighter, the better. Yeah, so that's the one I resonate to, and
Well, you would have liked our front door.
I saw your front door, and I approved. I saw it, and I'm like, well done. I did notice.
I did. I went. It was just a beige door in the
Yeah.
summertime. And
Yeah.
my wife said, "Let's put something there." And,
Yeah,
there's always other colors that send messages, right? That
Sure.
people think that if it's this night or a swinger or a water or this or that, right? So I don't even know
Code.
if yellow was in that, but we picked yellow, and I did the inside and outside of the front door, the
Okay.
inside and the outside of the back door,
Yeah.
and then our feature wall over the fireplace is yellow. And the
Brilliant.
fireplace I'd done before in kind of a black, white down, got
Yeah.
some white streaks in it. So
Yeah.
it actually, it's funny. Every person that comes in goes, "Wow," and then they go, "I like that." Right? It's like, "Whoa, what is that?"
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love
It
it.
looks good now. They got all the Christmas decorations.
Oh man.
The green pops off it very nice.
So what you're saying is, if I came to your house, I would be an enthusiastic guest.
Yes, you wouldn't go, "Wow." You'd be like, "Well, look at that. That's gorgeous." You wouldn't hesitate.
That's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you just everything. You know, the whole house is beige,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or brown.
Yeah.
It's like we gotta get.
Some
The house
variety.
before this, we had done a renovation on the main floor, and I was quite into doing everything myself and
Yeah.
colors and stuff.
Yeah.
But I knew a lot of people in various businesses, and I found one of the walls in the main. We had a maple floor.
Yeah.
And then we had this. I don't know what color it was, Tuscan brown or something. And then
Okay.
and I found, before I found the wall color, I found the light switches and the plugs in that color.
Okay.
And then I matched the paint to that color. So they all just kind of disappeared. It kind of looked neat. It was all just the color.
That sounds amazing. See, I don't have the gift for interior decorating, but when I do see something that's well laid out and
Yeah.
it's
It
a
just kinda
pleasure.
happened. But
Yeah.
It was really weird. The colors was fine, but then I had guys that I actually had this is 20 years ago, I had the drop-in center,
Yeah.
the Calgary drop-in center,
Yeah.
wood shop,
Yeah.
do all the interior for them.
Nice. Okay. Wow. Okay.
And to see them build, you know, the stuff that goes over doors and you
Yeah.
see different layers and go, how does that work? But it just kept adding different, and just, you know, you never think of it. This is a guy that, you know, beard, drug addict, former
Yep.
drug
Yep,
addict,
yep,
in
yep.
charge of, you know, just doesn't fit the MO and
Right.
was the interior guy, but he had that bit of a,
Skills.
yes.
That gift, really,
Yeah.
that he wouldn't have been noticed for because we are so conditioned to read a book by its cover. Yeah, I get you.
What's the cover? What's the cover? And it's not what it is.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
it was quite an interesting experience.
Yeah, people don't believe me when I tell them I was overqualified to be a bouncer. Because I never was. Because I never would never would have like survived that. But nonetheless, it is a beautiful thing when you can give someone the courtesy of saying, "Tell me your story from your perspective,"
Right.
in a way that says, "Okay, this is meaningful now to hear from you." It's rough following these guys, isn't it?
Roads aren't too bad, I guess.
And the good flow, yeah. Is it?
Wondering if my airplane take off on time.
Well, you know, in these kind of conditions, whenever I drive up to the airport, I'm just mesmerized that we have found ingenious ways of making that world still operate. Like
Yeah.
they know the way in the midst of a fog, right? They know where to land and take off, and it's just amazing.
I did a few years ago. I was worked for WestJet,
Yeah.
and I started the ground floor job at WestJet is to be the TAC crew, which is what they call the turnaround,
Okay.
which is the guy that loads and unloads the bags from underneath the plane and brings the plane in. And I have the most immense understanding of how one bag gets from here to there,
Mm.
how many hands it touches. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable what it goes through. Once that bag, once you see that bag
Go.
disappear,
Yeah.
it's gone into the bellies of the airport.
Yeah.
And goes around.
Yeah. Conveyor belts and stuff.
You know,
Yeah.
I never had a bag lost. Touch wood. I shouldn't have said that now. You know, just
Yeah.
the appreciation of what goes into that.
Yeah.
And people scream and yell and huff and puff about everything about it, but it's like it is an unbelievable system. It's all done by hand. It can't be done any other way.
Yeah.
Right? You just have to scan the bar.
Yeah.
Make sure it's going to count it.
Sure.
Knows it's on the airplane, all that kind of stuff. When
Yeah.
it's off, you got to scan it, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the people that work there, you know,
Yeah.
they could put one and one together, but
Yeah.
they can get this thing.
Sure. No, there's a lot that I appreciate taking note of like that kind of ingenuity, that kind of organization
Yeah.
and coordination. And even when I look at like a site where they're building a new high-rise, I'm thinking all the sequential ways things have to happen in a timely fashion, you know,
I know. It's amazing.
and they make it happen.
Yeah.
They make it happen, and we've gotten more proficient over time for sure. I'm just still blown away by just that level of putting things together, basically, you know.
It's like these roads that they're building, right?
Yeah,
What they're
yeah.
doing. Suddenly they've changed where the road goes.
I know.
They'll change it back, and then it'll be done, and then it'll be gone.
That's-
It's done.
Again, like to walk into a space before any of that is there,
Yeah.
and saying, "Here's what's going to happen."
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee.
It's kind of unfortunate people don't appreciate it.
You know what would help the appreciation factor, I think, is contrast. So in my experience, I found the reason I take note of these things is because I've experienced the other side where these things aren't, you know, in the absence. So like, it's not till, for example, I remember one time when I dislocated my shoulder. When I dislocated my shoulder one time, I never realized how much I relied on my shoulder for so many things in life. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And having to use a crutch and like walk around immobile and be dependent, like all of a sudden those things I took for granted in so many ways, I have a greater sensitivity now to this day, saying, here's what I'm able to do because of this, right?
You know, it's amazing. I remember my mom always used to say,
Yeah.
if your feet aren't happy, you're not happy. And it's so true, right?
True, yeah.
Because I can't walk on my hands.
Oh, no. I remember as a tree planter, I used a tree planter for years, and especially when we came to our season, the summer season here in Alberta, we always used to get like 2-3 weeks of just steady rain.
Right.
And it's not long before you've worked through all your dry clothes,
Right.
but you're still out in the bush. And I mean, you're trying to hang your things at the end of the day over the heater, but everyone's doing the same. And by the morning, like the heater cut out halfway through the night, and so everyone is waking up and it's cold, and you're like just trying to brave putting on these wet socks again, you know, and wet boots, and it is miserable. Oh my goodness! But again, when you don't have those things, when you do have them, it's like this is a real pleasure now, you know, and that's what I find drives my that fuels my gratitude, which in turn fuels joy in essence. So yeah. Hence why I think, Tim, I would love to experience more travel in my life. When I had the opportunity at a younger age, I didn't, you know, just because I was doing the right thing and going to school and all the things. But I would say I anticipate traveling all around in diverse cultures around the world would even give me a greater ability to appreciate life from different vantage points.
I know it's kind of one of those. I'm kind of the opposite. I know if I need to want to travel,
Yeah.
into first countries or you know, I want to know what I'm doing. I might want to know the language, you know,
Sure. Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think you know this job that I'm doing now, I travel the country.
Yeah.
But it also will. I just started this a couple months ago, and I will now enhance my travel points and everything else. And
Yeah.
I have a Nexus pass that I can walk through. And I honestly really enjoy traveling alone
Yeah.
because you don't have to herd the cats, so to speak, right? So come on, let's go this way, deeper,
Yep.
go this way. And,
Yep.
you know, every time I come back, I think I gotta remind my wife she's got to apply for a Nexus card because I'm not waiting. Right. won't let me go to the Nexus line. She's like, right? It's like, oh no. So
Help me understand the Nexus. It's like a privileged pass,
yeah,
right?
you have a separate line and you just go through.
Gotcha. And that's just because they've already like pre-approved you, basically.
You have to go through a background check. You have to go through an interview.
Gotcha.
But after that, I had to renew mine. I just renewed it online.
Yeah.
Changed my picture, didn't do anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Smooth sailing, basically.
So it kind of actually went from $50 to $150, but in my mind, it's worth it.
That's annual, right?
5 years.
Well, 5 years. Not bad. Okay.
So it's okay.
Sounds like your passport then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still need your passport
course.
to go some places, but it really does. Like I came back from the States, it's already knows I'm a Nexus person. I go by and takes a picture of me. I didn't have to pull out with the passport.
Gotcha.
And I went through a separate line.
Yeah.
It was like, that's it.
Yeah.
And done.
Nice.
So it works.
Very cool. Yeah, there's, I think, 3 different reasons I want to go traveling. One is in the spirit of what I'm trying to do with my ambitions in life, creating more stories around the world. My goodness, experiencing different cultures and doing the same thing. There's one. My first request to Uber when I get that opportunity is to permit me to drive internationally, not just in the zone that I'm insured for, right? But to travel to different lands and still be able to bring some.
Earn some income while you're there.
Yeah, that's one. 2, I'm a glutton for beautiful views. That's why I love Calgary. Love that horizon or the mountains. Our city skyline is gorgeous as well, I think. But where else in the world are there those experiences that would literally take my breath away? Where I'd be like in awe of how immense and wondrous and grandeur is to be savored,
A lot out there.
Yeah. And then thirdly, for me, I would also want to, I'd want to be in places where I'm a thinker, so I like thinking through my ideas, and I acknowledge that I've been, heavily impacted by this cultural context that I've grown up in. But what ways are my current perspectives ready to be challenged in different ways because I'm in a different setting? Like one of the things I try to help my peers here understand is this context in which we've grown up in is actually the minority in the whole globe. There are so many other lands and a greater density of people that don't align to some of our very core beliefs, like even the idea of the equality of all human beings is not even like recognized in some cultural contexts, right? The equality even between the sexes, for example, or the worth of a human life, or just, I would love to be in those settings to see how they see the world, and consider if I might be a little too idealistic, perhaps. Maybe. I don't know.
I know, it's one of those, you look at all that terrible stuff that's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
From Ukraine to Israel and anywhere.
Yeah.
There's conflict.
Yeah.
How do you repair that?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Not in our lifetime.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, the destruction for the Israeli thing's been going on for thousands
It
of
has
years.
been, yeah.
Why are we? But it just amazes me that complete utter destruction that happens.
Yeah.
Because I got more guns than you.
Right. Yeah.
If we're
Yeah.
all the same, it would be a pretty boring place.
So true. I don't know. In the midst of all that, I think one of the key chords I want to keep a finger on is what does it mean to have our humanity acknowledged?
Yeah.
When I went back to my country a decade ago, for the first time since I moved here, I saw that clash there, even as I was navigating through the community, and there's all these beggars who are showing some fairly compelling reasons for why they're asking for alms,
Right.
for example,
Right.
and trying to help them understand, I wish I could, but I don't have the means, but doing so in a way that still grants respectfulness, saying, hey, I see you, but I can't help you the way you're asking, for example,
Yeah.
right? Or even the taxi drivers who are just very charismatic, but insistent, that you give them their business. And then watching how the rest would just kind of just push them off viciously, and I was like, this is a challenge, but here I am in the midst of it, right?
Yeah, I know. It's,
Yeah. I mean, look at this. You can't even see the airplanes or the airport. Amazing. Do you enjoy the travel bits, yeah, or is it getting too much?
Sorry?
Do you enjoy the travel bits so far?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I work 10 days on, 16 days off.
That's an amazing combination. I'm imagining those 10 days are pretty heavy in their work.
Yeah, I sell Traeger grills.
Okay.
I smoke wood source cooking thing.
Okay.
And it's in Costco's.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to a Costco in Winnipeg today for 10 days. So you
Okay.
can stand on your feet
Yeah.
for 12 hours a day, 10 days in a row, and try to get people to buy.
I see.
So it's a lot of why are you so much an asshole? Why they're not. Some people are so ignorant and
Yeah.
terrible, but other
Yeah.
people are wonderful. So I mean that's the way the world is. But
Yeah.
it's there's a lot of no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of that kind of roll off.
I guess there's a certain skill that you require in that setting where you do face rejection and
Yeah.
come to terms with it, saying, okay, here's what it means. And there's a courageousness that,
Yeah, you just have to make it fun somehow.
Yeah.
And I'm by myself.
yeah.
So, and this is the first one I'm going to do by myself.
Okay.
I did one 16 days ago in Ottawa.
Okay.
With a person with me, which didn't work out very well. But she did one. She was just, she did what she was supposed to do, but
Yeah.
she wasn't
Pleasant company.
So
I can just feel it.
So I just kind of when I got to the airport to meet her,
Yeah.
she was from Calgary also.
Yeah.
And she said to me, like, almost the first thing, we were in the training course together. She
Yeah.
says, yeah, I'm not going to do this after this. Here we go. And why do I have to share my commission with you that I'm quitting? But it all worked out at the end. But she was
Okay.
good about it, but not great.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
best way to put it. So
Ah, shucks.
it's 10 days. That's,
Enduring.
yeah.
Enduring it. Yeah.
So this one, we'll see how I react being by myself. I might snap or,
Well, based on the fact that you've survived a whole car ride with me, and car rides with me are no small walk in the park. I know that. No, I've enjoyed your company, though.
This was good, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me help you grab your bag in the back there as well.
Get my gun out.
Hi, friends. He was a lot of fun, wasn't he? Just catching up with a couple of messages from the app. There we go. All right. Now I'm gonna be fast. So let me catch up with some of these comments real quickly here. Hello. Hey, Hudson, I appreciate you, brother, being in the chat. Thanks for helping field some of those questions for me. I so appreciate you. Ashley, hello. How are you? Adam, I'm in Canada, Calgary, as Hudson has answered the question. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, I'm an Uber driver for sure. William, hello. Barack, hello. Burrito, thank you for the kind compliments. I don't have a dog cruise party. And hola, Mateo. Hudson, I think I'm gonna do something here if you're open to it. If you're open to it, brother, I would love to have you as one of my moderators because I trust you and you and I have history on this app here. So I'm gonna put you on here as one of my moderators whenever you're able. I would love that. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, brother, for being willing. I'm just presuming because you might not be on here anymore. All right, I'm at the airport. Sometimes what usually happens is there may be another trip that gets assigned to me on the way out. So we'll see if that happens. But I am going to close this live stream so that it doesn't get too long. And then if another one comes in, I will start our next live stream. Okay, see you in a bit.